Good evening, everybody. This is your host, the Platinum Knight. Gonna be, doing some Nintendo Direct reviewing for, this month, September 23rd, 2021, which I'm pretty much reviewing this Direct, from yesterday. And yeah, everybody, I'm gonna be doing this while I play some Fall Guys. Right now, the Fall Festival Challenge is going on. Well, before I even start playing, which, dang it, I probably should have done this before I started the stream. Let's see, I just got the Kana outfit, and yeah, I know it's pronounced Kana, but you know, I just like saying Kana better, you know, like, it's just that type of thing. Where's the rest of Kana? Alright, cool. Alrighty, and something to, match her face. Huh, what would match, Kana's face? This? Well, it doesn't even change color. Huh. Is this a glitch? It's not even changing color. Okay. Whatever. I guess, that's just normal. Alrighty. Alrighty. I guess, that's pretty much about it. Yeah. I like how, the blue crystal, is just on her chest right there. That's really cool. And she also has, her, spear on the back. Really cool, dude. And it costed, over 10 crowns. I've been playing a lot of Kena on Twitch, so if you guys want to check that out, then follow me on Twitch, everybody. I've been doing Kena Let's Play over there, and yeah, link down below in the description. So, I'm gonna be playing as Kena while I play Fall Guys, reviewing Nintendo Direct. Alright, I'm gonna try to remember 3 things before I start this. Alright, I think it's time to start a match and start talking about Nintendo's Direct. Okay, the first thing that was announced was Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which, I mean, I'm not into Monster Hunter, and keep in mind, I'm only going to be talking about highlights for this Nintendo Direct. I'm not literally going to talk about everything, just some of the big stuff. So yeah, Monster Hunter Rise is getting supposedly a massive expansion pack coming out in summer 2020, which, geez, that's almost like an entire year. So the fact that it's gonna take a year just for this one massive expansion pack, it better be massive, I guess. But in the same amount of time of making this expansion pack, it almost sounds like they could have easily made another Monster Hunter game. But I'm pretty sure Monster Hunter fans are pretty excited, so that's good. What's the next thing? The next thing that was announced was Mario Party Superstars, available on October 29th. And I'm gonna be honest, man, I was a little bit disappointed in Super Mario Party. I didn't like how it only had like 5 boards, and like you couldn't use the Pro Controller. Like, really? You can't use a Pro Controller, and it supposedly doesn't really have online mode? Like, come on, Nintendo. It was supposed to be Super Mario Party, you know? Like, just 5 boards? When me and my uncle played Super Mario Party on Pizza Day that one time, what you guys did not see was after turning off the camera and playing it some more, we were kind of disappointed. There really wasn't too much, you know? Like, I don't know. It just, fell short. I mean, yeah, we still had some fun with Super Mario Party, so... But I'm happy that, Mario Party, Superstars, is getting at least 7 boards. 5 of them are actually going to be classic, boards from the Nintendo 64 games. From the original Super Mario... No, not Super Mario. Mario Party trilogy. So that's a big step in the right direction. It's also gonna have online play. I forgot if you're able to play with the Pro controller, but we'll see. But the thing is, I most likely am not going to get Mario Party Superstars, especially at $60. If it's $60, most likely I'm not gonna get it. Like I said, my uncle already has Super Mario Party, so I just don't want to like waste any money, you know, on a game that's basically the same thing, but with added features. Okay, I'm on a banana. Alright, I'm on a banana. The next thing on this list was, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity expansion pack. Yeah, they announced that, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest, I kinda want to, get, Age of Calamity, because I've been, like, on this weird, Zelda streak lately. After I beat, Skyward Sword, I then, ended up beating, Breath of the Wild for the first time. I even uploaded, a small clip of that. Yeah. Yeah, I beat it, I beat Breath of the Wild, I beat Skyward Sword, and yeah, I just been on a Zelda streak, so I'm kind of interested in Age of Calamity. Will I get it anytime soon? Most likely not. So I'm glad that, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is getting an expansion pass. And I also admit too, I did watch, all the cutscenes for Age of Calamity because supposedly it had more story. And I like how Age of Calamity is pretty much what if the Calamity never really happened, or at least what if Ganon didn't take over. So Breath of the Wild is pretty much based on if you got the bad ending of Age of Calamity. But yeah, though, in this expansion pass, you're gonna be playing as, Poohra and Robbie, so that's really, really cool. I think Nintendo is, doing an okay job at, making content for a massive game, for Calamity, and god damn it, dude, I can't get through. But like I said, will I get Age of Calamity anytime soon? Nah, probably not. But I will pick it up one of these days. And even then though, if I ever do get Age of Calamity, I'll most likely am not gonna buy the DLC right away. Unless I like the full game, you know? Alrighty then. The next thing on the list is, that, Chocobo racing game? Oh man, that's, actually pretty big. I forgot what the official title was called, but yeah, there's gonna be a new Chocobo racing game. I mean, it looks fun, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man. I mean, my thing is, I'm just not the biggest racing fan, you know? Like, I'm not into Gran Turismo, I'm not really into Forza. Well, then again, I wouldn't be into Forza anyway because I don't have an Xbox. The only, like, racing game I remotely even like is just Mario Kart. And I did play a lot of Crash Bandicoot, Team Racing, or yeah. And I don't know, man. I still like playing that game, but I only like Crash Team Racing only because of my friends. And sadly, my friends don't play it anymore, and so it's like, I don't really play too many racing games anymore, you know? So, Chocobo GP is gonna be released, it should be available in 2022 exclusively for Nintendo Switch. So that's really interesting how Square is giving Nintendo somewhat of an exclusive license for one of their iconic creatures in the Final Fantasy universe. But yeah, that's really, really nice. So yeah, there's going to be a Chocobo racing game. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be fun, you know? I believe, especially for Switch owners that want, like, an alternative to Mario Kart, I believe Chocobo, GP will be really, really fun. But will I get it? Most likely not. Or at least not on the first day, or I wouldn't spend like $60 on it or anything like that. I would most likely just like wait for like a discount or a sale or something. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Oh man, I want to look at what the next topic is, but I feel like if I look away, the rhinos might get me. Alright, I think now's the best time. The next topic on the list is, let's see. Okay, the next topic is the final Mr. Sakurai Presents from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Tune in on October 5th. That is 7 a.m. Pacific time. God damn, that's really early. 10 a.m. Eastern time. Supposedly, from what I understand, this is going to be the final and the last Super Smash Bros. Character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. You know what? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent about this whole event. Like, I feel like, you know, if they just want to make infinite money, they have the opportunity to do that just by constantly releasing characters. I mean, I don't understand why it has to basically be the end for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They can continue to keep making characters as much as they want to, but supposedly this is going to be the final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate character, and that's fine, you know, it's their choice if they want to do that. But yeah, in all honesty though, maybe it's actually a good thing that this is gonna be the final Super Smash Bros. Character, because Mr. Sakurai, he's a hard worker, okay? Like, he really, really needs a break. That dude pushes himself way, way too hard. Like, it even has gotten to the point where he has been hospitalized so many times, you know? The man is a genius. It is very, very clear that, the genius, Mr. Sakurai, is a hard worker, you know? He works hard to get what he wants. And the fact that he has been hospitalized clearly shows the type of man he is. I think he deserves to rest, okay? I mean, after this final Smash Bros. Character is released, he needs to take a vacation, okay? And I hope Nintendo pays the man well, too, in order for him to retire for quite a while. Or, what he can do is, my thing too is, the Super Smash Bros. Series has been going on for many, many years now, okay? And I just don't really see too much of a point in even making another Super Smash Bros. Game anytime soon. I mean, think about it. Super Smash Bros., it's ultimate, you know? It literally has everyone from the previous Smash games, and I've been saying this for quite a while, you know? Like, I don't see why they should make another Smash game because, well, you know, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate already has another one. Yes, there has been plenty of rumors that there was at one point going to be another Nintendo Switch, but I mean, the thing is, if they're gonna make a Nintendo Switch Pro, I still wouldn't want another Super Smash Bros. If they're gonna make a Nintendo Switch Pro, it better be freaking compatible with all of the regular Nintendo Switch games. As long as the next Nintendo Switch is backwards compatible, I don't really see I don't see too much of a reason for Nintendo to make another Super Smash Bros. Game, you know? Or at least not anytime soon. So, I think the man deserves to rest, okay? I don't think, we need another, Smash Bros. Character anytime soon. No, not character, I mean game. So, after, supposedly, this last Smash Bros. Character is released, I think the developer deserves a very, very long vacation. Or maybe he can just make a new game, you know? Make something else. I mean, he's a genius at everything he does, so it's like, yeah, maybe he should make something different, you know? But we'll see. The next, thing on the list is, ooh, oh, okay. Now this one was a surprise. The next thing on the list is Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which, Jesus, it's been quite a while since, Kirby got, like, I wouldn't say a good game. He's gotten plenty of good 2D, side-scrolling games, that's for sure. But he's never, like, gotten anything AAA in quite a while, you know? Like, or at least not in the 3D realm. So, it's good that, he's finally getting a game that he deserves, you know? He is going back, entering the world of 3D, and yeah, it looks really, really good. The Forgotten Land. It looks like it takes place not in post-apocalyptic setting, it's more like an eerie, abandoned setting, you know? Like, honestly, to be honest, when I first saw that trailer, I thought it took place in a apocalyptic environment. I honestly thought that it was going to be a zombie game for a second, you know? Like, I legit thought that Kirby was probably going to be attacked by a clicker or something. You know? Like, at first I thought it was probably going to be something different or average zombie game. But once I saw something that looked like bubblegum, then yeah, I realized that it was Kirby. And yeah, I legit thought that maybe something realistic was gonna attack him. I mean, Kirby Forgotten Land honestly looked like it was pretty much being inspired by The Last of Us for sure. It reminded me of that. This abandoned island or land whatsoever, it kind of reminded me of The Last of Us for a little bit, and that's why I was saying that I was kind of expecting poor Kirby to get attacked. But no, it kind of looks like Kirby is going to get the Super Mario Odyssey treatment on how Super Mario Odyssey obviously put Mario in an open world, realistic setting. So that's pretty cool, you know? Like, I'm happy that Kirby is finally getting the treatment he deserves, you know? Like, I believe this is going to be a good game, you know? I believe it's going to be a decent platformer, or a 3D platformer, and will I get it on the first day? Probably not. I'm thinking about it. I admit I'm at least tempted to get it, but maybe, will it be on the first day? Probably not. But we'll see though. I'm at least thinking about it. Let's see. But yeah, Kirby looks pretty AAA to me. Jesus. What's the next thing on the list? Ooh! The next thing on the list is, Animal Crossing, baby. Yes! Now, this is something that I personally wanted. For those of you that don't know, I am a huge fan of, Animal Crossing, especially New Horizons. Animal Crossing was one of my favorite games of 2020. Ooh, I won. It helped me survive the year 2020. Animal Crossing New Horizons basically became my therapy and getting me through some pretty bad times, you know? And it's ironic because Animal Crossing, for the longest time, New Horizons was doing a pretty good job getting updates, you know? Nintendo was doing a pretty good job constantly updating Animal Crossing New Horizons all throughout 2020. I mean, when it came to 2020, we ended up getting that bird that likes to dance event. We got Halloween, we got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, you know, and they just gave out a lot of good stuff, you know. They gave out a lot of cool things, And yeah, Nintendo was actually doing really, really good for quite a while. And then all of a sudden, in 2021, they just stopped. They just stopped giving updates. In 2020, they gave us the ability to swim in the ocean. They gave us the ability to dream and visit other people's towns by putting in codes. But the last good update that ever came out this year was pretty much all the Super Mario Bros. Stuff being released, you know? And it's like, Nintendo, get your act together, man. It even got to the point where people actually started getting pissed off that Nintendo wasn't doing anything with New Horizons anymore. I mean, even like right now, if you go on Animal Crossing's official Twitter page, there are people still complaining that it may not be enough content, you know? And that's all you see is just a lack of content complaints, lack of updates, you know? And don't get me wrong, as an Animal Crossing fan, I understand it, but I'm a little bit more patient, you know? And I admit, too, I was a little bit concerned, too, that Nintendo was pretty much done with Animal Crossing. But, thankfully, my wish was granted, and, because, Nintendo decided to at least mention it, it made me very happy, you know? I got what I wanted. But here's the thing, though. The kicker is they are literally announcing that they are dedicating an entire direct to Animal Crossing. And it's like, whoa, hold on a minute. The fact that Nintendo is doing an entire direct for Animal Crossing, then that obviously means that they're gonna have to reveal so much, you know? I think it's safe to assume so, and the fact that they are literally dedicating an entire direct just for one game, then yeah, I'm excited, you know? That obviously means they're gonna have to show a lot, and it really, really makes me question, what are they gonna reveal? But here's the thing, though. Based on what was teased, at least we're getting Brewster, okay? That's the best step, okay? The best step is, at least we're getting Brewster, that really, really classy pigeon. That was nice, you know? At least we're getting Brewster. At least we're getting the beloved pigeon. I believe Brewster is gonna be awesome, you know? And yeah, I admit, was he a little bit overhyped? Sure, probably. I mean, people on Twitter made it seem like that Brewster was gonna cure cancer, you know? And, you know, that is a little bit of an overreaction, but no, I think it's time Brewster comes back to Animal Crossing, man. I really, really liked Brewster in Animal Crossing Wild World. I actually would purchase coffee from him down in the museum every now and then. Even if it didn't really do anything, even if it was just for show, Brewster, I just enjoyed him serving my coffee, you know? And so I'm happy that he's coming back. I'm fully aware in New Leaf he had his own building, and they're pretty much are putting Brewster back into the museum. They're bringing back the roast. No, not the roast. The roost into the museum, just like Wild World. I did hear a couple of people complaining how the Roost is not going to be it's not going to be its own building like in New Leaf, you know. But the thing is, though, the problem with making the Roost its own building is people already have so much placed on their islands already. I have a lot of things placed on my island. I mean, let's say the Roost was its main building, okay? I honestly would not know where to put that in my town or on my island, you know? My island is full, and it's like, no, I mean, I just don't have time for that, you know? I don't know where I would put it at. My island is full, so in a way, I'm actually pretty happy that, it is not gonna be its own building, you know? And that's okay. But I understand why some people would want the Roost to be its own building, especially for new players or people that have too much rooms on their island. But what they need to understand is there's Animal Crossing players like me that doesn't have any more room. I'm thinking of making my Animal Crossing island tour video at least by the end of this year, and my island is pretty much done. It's almost finished. There's only a couple of things that I need and then show off, you know? I'm almost gonna make a video showing off my island, and I can't wait till it's done, and hopefully you guys end up enjoying seeing what my island is like, and hope you guys think it looks nice. But I'm happy that we're getting more Animal Crossing updates, so that's good, you know. And will I review Animal Crossing Direct? Of course I am. I will be sure to do that once it comes out in October. Okay, next is, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic Original. Not the remake, the classic OG. There is pretty much nothing wrong with the original Knights of the Old Republic. And here's the thing though, the reason why I'm happy it's coming out on Nintendo Switch, because it just makes it more accessible, you know? Knights of the Old Republic is an old game, so I believe the Nintendo Switch it shouldn't have too much of a problem at least running it. But you know what, people, here's the thing. When I did that whole PlayStation Showcase review stream, there's one thing that I did not know. For those of you that follow me on Twitter, some of you may have seen my tweet, pretty much talking about how bad the remake is most likely gonna be. A lot of people already know this, a lot of people are fully aware, but that's the reason why I want to bring up Knights of the Old Republic in this stream. For those of you that don't know, the people that are currently working on the Knights of the Old Republic remake, let's just say they are made by pretty shitty, horrible fucking people, you know? Like, for those of you that have done your research, they're really not very nice people, you know? In fact, they're pretty fucking horrible. There is this, lady that's currently writing for the Knights of the Old Republic remake, and yeah, she's just a pretty awful, horrible fucking person. She thinks anybody who doesn't like Star Wars The Last Jedi is just automatically a piece of fucking shit, you know? Just by default. She just does not like the Star Wars fan base. She doesn't like the OG Star Wars fan base, or anybody that's horrible in any way. Anyone that doesn't agree with her is just by default a piece of shit. It's very clear that she hates men. It's very clear that she's an SJW. She's sexist. She's a little racist, you know, and yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be buying Knights of the Old Republic remake, you know? Don't care how good it is. Don't care if it looks, amazing. It's just not really, good to support those type of people, you know? So, in a way, I'm kind of boycotting it. I have no interest in this Old Republic remake. I never played the original Old Republic, but you know what? Now Knights of the Old Republic is gonna be on Nintendo Switch. I might actually be more interested in that instead of the remake, you know? So yeah, pretty much the writers of the New Republic remake, they're not a very, very good person, okay? And for those of you that don't know me very well, I do consider myself a little anti-SJW and anti-PC, so there's no reason for me to support that crap. But anyways, on to some other topics. Dying Light 2, and the very first Dying Light is gonna be on Nintendo Switch. But here's the thing though, with the first Dying Light Platinum Edition, it's supposed to come with all the previous DLCs from the previous gen consoles and current gen consoles, available on October 19th. And you know, that's really cool and all, but you know, I mean, my problem with this is it makes me wonder how well is it really gonna run on the Nintendo Switch, you know, because we all know that the Nintendo Switch is somewhat underpowered, you know, and it's like, yeah, okay, we get it. I mean, the Nintendo Switch is obviously not as powerful compared to current gen systems, especially the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, which, goddamn, I still can't get over saying that stupid name. But yeah, that's one little tiny concern. But I believe it's gonna be okay. I believe the Switch port is gonna be different. However, though, I cannot say the same when it comes to the Dying Light 2 port. It's not even going to be the real port, it's actually going to be the cloud version of Dying Light 2. And it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, that's gonna be kind of weird. I mean, the cloud version, it wasn't even good, or it didn't even work out too well with Resident Evil 7, you know? We all know how that turned out. It was laggy, it was, the frame rate always kept on dropping, and hopefully you guys, have a great internet service, because I guarantee you, even with great internet, it's not gonna run Dying Light 2 all that well. So Dying Light 2, the cloud version, is available on February 4th, 2022. It's actually gonna come out 2 months later than its original date on current gen console. It's supposed to come out, yeah, it's supposed to come out in Christmas, I believe? Yeah, it's supposed to come out in December. So, that's really, really good. I have a PlayStation 5, and a Nintendo Switch, so you guys obviously know for sure, I am pretty much getting the PS5 version. And not only am I getting the PS5 version, I'm also getting the Deluxe Edition too. So yeah, I hope, yeah, I'm hoping for the best that, I get it by that time. I'll most likely get Dying Light 2 on the first day, so that's not going to be too much of a problem. But yeah, I am at least happy that, that the Dying Light series in general is making its way over to Nintendo owners, you know? I'm happy that, if Nintendo Switch only owners want to, that they will be able to, experience some Dying Light. I at least believe, Dying Light, the Platinum Edition, is going to run okay. Just okay, you know? But do I believe, Dying Light 2 is gonna run well on Switch? Hell no. That thing is gonna be a train wreck. So yeah, that's pretty much about it on Dying Light 1 and 2. The next thing is more on Metroid Dread, available on October 8th, which, Jesus Christ, dude, October is going to be the best month for video games, okay? Yeah, Metroid Dread is coming out on October 8th. Man, October is gonna be pure craziness. So many games are coming out that month. It's supposed to be a sequel to Metroid Fusion, which is supposed to be a classic Metroidvania game, like an old school Metrovania game. It is going to be yeah, like a SNES classic type of Metroid, and that's good, you know. I'm really, really happy that people or fans of that style are pretty much getting what they want, you know. I think Metroid Dread is going to be a very, very decent game, you know? Especially when it comes to the Nintendo Switch. I think that Metroid Dread is going to be a fun game. My uncle, he loves Metroidvania games. He has Metroid Fusion. I believe he has it on his PS Vita. Yeah, he modded his PS Vita so he can play those types of games. And yeah, my uncle is excited. He's going to get a copy. I'm debating if I should at least upload a clip or a video of the gameplay of me playing it. So yeah, Metroid Dread is going to be in my house the moment it pretty much is released. The next thing that was announced was, Castlevania Advance Collection. It's supposed to have 4 classic Game Boy Advanced Castlevanias. Once again, they're old school Castlevanias. And my uncle, he already got it on his PS5. Will I ever get it? Most likely not, or at least not anytime soon. But yeah, I was honestly surprised how Castlevania Advance Collection came out pretty much on the same day this Direct was already streaming. So yeah, it's not exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. It's out everywhere else. My uncle got it on his PlayStation 5, and so far he's having a lot of fun with it. So I am happy that he got what he wanted, playing old school Castlevania games. Hold on a minute, everybody. I'm so sorry. I've been holding it for quite a while now, but I gotta go to the bathroom, okay? Be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm so sorry, everybody. Yeah, I just need a bathroom break, but, you know. Oh, and if you guys couldn't tell, I am not doing this in order. The next two games I'm gonna talk about that has something to do with, being the third installment. The next game I'm going to talk about is Splatoon 3, and it looks really, really good, man. I like how it takes place in a realistic Japanese Asian town. I like how it looks like it's taking place somewhere like in Tokyo or something, but here's the thing though. Splatoon is one of those types of games where I just cannot get into, you know? Like, I remember when the first Splatoon was announced, it looked pretty cool. I did acknowledge how, when Nintendo first, released the Wii U, you know, I did acknowledge how at least Nintendo was trying to do something innovative with Splatoon. I like how they were somewhat trying to get back into their groove, but then the moment came where the Wii U started being a failure, and it just wasn't all that innovative, you know? So, yeah. But the first Splatoon always looked really interesting, though. And then when the Nintendo Switch came out, that's when, Splatoon 2 came, and god damn it, man, I can't even get up. But yeah, I was, surprised by Splatoon 2. I thought it looked much better than the first game. And yeah, you know, like, I'm glad that the series is still going on. I think Splatoon 3 is going to be a good game. And yeah, Splatoon 3 is looking really, really good, but most likely I'm not gonna buy it though. Most likely I'm not gonna get it. Only because it's just not my type of game, you know? Because what do you do in Splatoon? You obviously win by whoever's colored paint is the most covered in the stage, right? So yeah, it's just not my type of game. But I believe it's going to be a fun game, especially for the Splatoon fans. Like, even when I first got my Nintendo Switch, I never, like, itched when I didn't have too many games, like, oh, I gotta get Splatoon 2 now because I have nothing else to play. Nah. Even when Splatoon 2 first came out, I didn't really see any reason to get it, you know? So, yeah. What's the next game on the list? Oh yeah. The next game on the list is, this one was a surprise actually. That is Bayoneta. Bayoneta 3 was announced. And I like how, when the trailer first starts, they make it look like it's going to be like a generic action game. They made it seem like it was going to be, like a Call of Duty type, third-person shooter type game. I liked, how it started off as a bunch of soldiers, like, shooting at monsters, but then all of a sudden the Bayoneta chick, comes swooping in, showing off how badass she is, you know, and, I like that, you know. I've always been interested in, the Bayoneta series, but, you know, I just, haven't really, been, playing them, or haven't played any. I do have the first Bayoneta. I have Bayoneta remastered, along with the remastered version of Vanquish. I even showed it off in one of my pickup videos. I think, it was in my, me unboxing the Steelbook edition of Resident Evil 3. Yeah, so I had the first game of Bayoneta, and I had been meaning to get the second game, but if I'm gonna get Bayoneta 3, I at least want to play the first two games, so I'm lucky I have a PlayStation 5 and a Nintendo Switch, because a lot of people don't know Bayoneta 2, or the rest of the series in general, is still exclusive to Nintendo. So I feel pretty lucky how I have the opportunity to play the whole series, basically, and I can't wait till I start playing the first one and really like get into it, you know. I have a feeling that I will like it if I ever get into it. I feel that I am going to enjoy those types of games, you know, because I liked Nier Automata. I thought Nier Automata was a good hack and slash type of game. I think there's gonna be no reason for me to not try them out someday. So I feel like I can get into it. But yeah, I'm thankful that I have a Nintendo Switch and a PS5. So that's real nice. God damn, we're sucking at basketball. So for those of you that have been waiting for a new Bayoneta game, and I'm pretty sure you guys are excited, you know? But will I get on the first day? Nah, most likely not. Obviously. Like I said, if I'm gonna get Bayoneta 3, I at least want to play the first two games. But I already have the first game, so lucky in that regard. Okay, now here is just a weird one, and I'm sorry I've been dragging out some of these topics and repeating myself, but I've been waiting for this match to end because I don't think I'm gonna be able to read this whole list while I'm playing, because I have notes on me, you know. But the next thing on the list is we're getting a new Super Mario animated movie, and that's fine. I'm kind of looking forward to it, and I am most likely am going to see it. But so far, what's really throwing a lot of people off is the casting choices, and don't get me wrong, they're good casting choices, but is it a good casting choice for a Mario movie? It's kind of debatable. And you know what? This is gonna be kind of hard to do because, I mean, when it comes to the whole Super Mario universe, most characters don't even talk, you know? I mean, the last game that had a lot of voice acting was Super Mario Sunshine, and that a lot of people ironically complain about, of both Bowser Jr., and Princess Peach having laughably bad voice acting, which, in my opinion, I never thought Super Mario Sunshine had bad voice acting, you know? And don't get me wrong, it wasn't great either, but I wouldn't say it was bad though. So there's going to be a new Super Mario animated movie, and Chris Pratt will be Mario, which, okay. I like how do you pronounce that? Anna or Enya? Yeah. I like how Anya Taylor-Joy is playing the voice as Princess Peach, because she actually, is it just me, or does Taylor-Joy, she actually looks like Princess Peach. She actually would look perfect enough to play a live-action version of Princess Peach. So, I thought that was kind of ironic. Charlie Day is gonna play the voice of Luigi. Jack Black is gonna be Bowser. Keegan-Michael Key is gonna play as Toad. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong. Kevin Michael Richardson as a Kamek. Sebastian Maniscalco as Spike. I'm probably butchering these names so bad. And of course, some surprise cameos from Charles Martin, or Martinet? Is that how you pronounce his last name? Yeah. So that's the whole cast, which, once again, these are all great actors, but for a Mario movie, like, I don't know, man. That's really, really debatable for me, you know? There's already a lot of people on Twitter saying that, oh, it sounds like a disaster, it sounds like it's gonna be a bad movie. I mean, don't get me wrong, can it be a bad movie? I'm pretty sure it can. I'm pretty sure there is that strong chance that this animated video game movie will be a disaster. But at the same time, I at least think it's going to be better than that shitty Super Mario Bros. Live action movie. That's for sure. My goodness, that film is so horrible. I can't wait to review it one of these days on my movie channel. Fucking Mario or Luigi Mario. God, that movie was terrible. But yeah, I at least have a feeling this animated movie is going to be better than the live action. And you know, after seeing what Sega did, giving a license to make a live action Sonic the Hedgehog movie, I kinda don't blame Nintendo for starting to get into the movie industries right now. So, yeah, I mean, if the Sonic the Hedgehog movie was so successful, then why can't this animated movie? And you know what? It's probably smart for Nintendo to go with the animated route and not live action because they already failed to do it in live action, okay? So maybe it's smart that they're going with animated, so that way it matches the video game fantasy element, and that way it has a stronger chance of working with this universe, you know? So yeah, I'm not really itching to go see this Super Mario Bros. Movie, but at the same time, I'm most likely gonna see it anyway. Will I see it on the first day it comes out? Probably not. It all depends if my uncle or my cousin or my friends really want to go to see it. This movie is supposed to come out in theaters on holiday 2022, so yeah, we'll see. But I'm kind of confused. Should I review it on my movie channel, or should I review it on my gaming channel? That is going to be a tough one, but we'll see though. We'll see. Okay, the last thing I can talk about is the big one, and that is Nintendo is finally going to have Nintendo 64 games and, surprisingly, Sega Genesis games, which, well, then again, the Nintendo Wii had Sega Genesis games, so I'm not really too surprised, you know? But still pretty cool though. Let's see. So yeah, Nintendo is finally putting Nintendo Nintendo 64 games on Nintendo Switch Online. And that's really cool and all. One of the first games they showed off was Zelda Ocarina of Time and Super Mario 64. So, this is good, you know? They already started off with a good library of games. They already announced it is coming, when is it coming out? Somewhere in late October? Yeah. These Nintendo 64 games and Sega Genesis games are gonna come out in late October. Probably on October 20th. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to these games. And here's the thing too. I mean, my thing is, the very first game that I'm planning on playing once I get this service is obviously Zelda Ocarina of Time. And even though I got Ocarina of Time 3D on my 2DS XL not too long ago, I'm very excited, you know? Obviously, I love the original Ocarina of Time, so I'm not really, like, itching to play the 3D version, or at the same time at least, so that's good, you know. I'm happy. Ocarina of Time is coming to the Nintendo Switch, and the reason why I'm happy about this is because one of these days I do plan on reviewing the whole, not the whole entire Zelda saga, but I do plan on at least reviewing all the 3D games, you know? So I'm happy that Zelda Ocarina of Time is coming to Switch is because I do have a capture card, but the problem is my capture card that I currently have, it only runs PS4, PS5, and Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Nintendo Switch games. My capture card only captures pretty much the modern consoles. It cannot record GameCube, Nintendo 64, or original Xbox, or PS1 or 2 games. Nah. My capture card is kind of weak in that regard. But for the longest time I thought about just getting a new capture card that does run Nintendo 64 games, you know? But now that Nintendo 64 games are officially going to be on the Nintendo Switch, my capture card is going to be able to capture Ocarina of Time footage and other Nintendo 64 games. So I'm pretty happy about that. Because the thing is, if I'm going to review the whole entire Zelda 3D saga, then I would obviously want to start off with Ocarina of Time, you know? I would like to review Ocarina of Time first, and then Majora's Mask. I'm able to record Zelda Skyward Sword, and I'm able to record Breath of the Wild. The only other games that I'm not gonna be so lucky on is Twilight Princess and the Wind Waker. But then again, I could easily buy a Wii U for those games. But I mean, like, even then, it doesn't seem worth it to me. But at least I'll be able to review the first two Nintendo 64 games in the franchise, you know? I'm happy about that, and I will be sure to review both of those games back and back, you know? But will I review them anytime soon? Nah, probably not. But at least I have the opportunity, and that's all that matters. So I'm happy that Nintendo 64 games and Sega Genesis games are coming to Switch. But you know, here's one thing that I do not like. I don't like how they are gonna charge extra in order to play those games. I can't help the fact that they should already come with a Nintendo Switch online membership. So that was kind of a bummer, and I am gonna pay for it though. I will get that new subscription service. But will I get it this year? No, most likely not. I'm at least going to get it maybe, I don't know, maybe in the beginning of 2022. Yeah. I'll get it by then. But for now, I'm not really itching to play Nintendo 64 games on the Switch anytime soon. So, yeah. But I'm still happy that I have the opportunity, and that's all that matters. But you know, here's one thing that kind of threw me off though, and that is the new classic controllers that are coming out. And the reason why it throws me off is because, for those of you that don't know, there's going to be a remodel version of the Nintendo 64 controllers, and there's going to be a remodel version of the Sega Genesis controller. And, you know, that's really cool and all, how it's gonna definitely have like a USB port and everything. But here's my thing though. Notice how it says you need a subscription service in order to even buy those controllers. And it's like, well, first of all, how are you even gonna know who has a subscription service and who doesn't? This leads me to believe the only way you can even order the USB N64 controllers and Sega Genesis controllers is on freaking Nintendo's own website or Nintendo's store. And I don't really like that, because that means you're not going to be able to buy these controllers on Amazon. So that's kind of a disappointment. But here's the thing though, I mean, obviously this sounds like a recipe for scalpers to take over. This sounds like a recipe for anyone that has a Nintendo online membership can easily just order these classic controllers and then put them on eBay and sell them for higher prices, you know? So I thought that was kind of ridiculous. I can't help that anybody should be able to purchase these controllers, but whatever. I mean, that's Nintendo for you. Nintendo is really, really good at pleasing scalpers. Like they did with the Sanrio cards for Animal Crossing. Like they did with the Zelda Joy-Cons. Like they did with the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection. But here's the thing though, man. I mean, the thing is, even though I'm getting this service, this online expansion pass, I still wouldn't buy the USB N64 controllers, because even when I was just a little kid, even back then I did not enjoy using the original Nintendo 64 controller, you know? I always hated how the freaking stick was in the middle. I didn't like how it had the trigger at the bottom of the middle shoulder button. I didn't like how there was no C-stick. I didn't like how the C-stick was 4 buttons, and it just didn't work for me, you know? Like, it made my hands all, like, cramped up at times. So, even then, though, I wouldn't get it. And I really wasn't a huge fan of the Sega Genesis controller either, you know? So, when I get this service, all I'm really getting is just being able to play Sega Genesis games and Nintendo 64 games. But I wouldn't buy any of the controllers though. But, you know, once again, being able to play Zelda Ocarina of Time alone seems worth it to me, especially for a potential future review. Okay, how long have I been streaming? Damn, I've been streaming for 74 minutes. Okay, everybody, and I think that's pretty much it. I talked about the highlights, and what are my overall thoughts on this Nintendo Direct? It was pretty good. I think Nintendo did a pretty good job with this Nintendo Direct. It's definitely one of their best Nintendo Directs. I mean, yeah, it kind of left us on some cliffhangers, like we have to see Animal Crossing's Direct in order to see all their potential updates, and we also had to wait for the last Super Smash Bros. Character to be revealed on a separate occasion. But overall, this Nintendo Direct was pretty good though. It showed off a lot of games. We are getting more stuff for Animal Crossing. We're getting Bayoneta 3. We're getting Splatoon 3. We're getting Nintendo 64 games, a Mario movie, a AAA Kirby game, Metroid Dread, Super Mario Party All-Stars, some DLC, Chocobo GP, the original Knights of the Old Republic, the Advanced Castlevania collection, and yeah, everybody, this was a really, really good Nintendo Direct, and I hope Nintendo keeps it up. The only thing I was kind of disappointed in that many people speculated was there was no mention of Breath of the Wild 2. But you know what? Maybe it's a good thing Nintendo didn't show off Breath of the Wild 2. Because first of all, they already showed it off in their last Nintendo Direct. So maybe they're saving it most likely for Nintendo's next Direct. If I had to take a good guess, when is their next Direct? Most likely around E3 time. And they're gonna show actual gameplay footage of Breath of the Wild 2 just in time to release the actual game for the holidays. But those are just my predictions though. But for the most part, I'm currently happy with everything else Nintendo announced. So, yeah, I would, my final score would have to be, an 8 out of 10. Yeah, that seems about right. I'll give this Direct an 8 out of 10. Alright everybody, that's it for this Nintendo Direct review live stream. Thank you so much for joining me, and peace out everybody. Y'all have a good one. Game on.